Well, good morning. Welcome to Trimaran Spirit XL's channel. Welcome if you're new here. We just do little weekly updates, very simple videos about the adventures of our Trimaran and what it's like to live on board a boat and how to make your life easy if you live on board your boat. My wife and I have spent years living on boats. I've spent most of my life living on boats, and we just share these very basic little videos of just life on board and the things we do to make our life easy. But yeah, so welcome to the channel if you're new. If you're an old viewer, welcome back. And if you're one of the people that comments on the videos, thank you very much. We love your comments. You guys are awesome. But look at this, what a magic morning. What an absolutely magic morning down here on the Broadwater. We're anchored opposite Tipplers. It's spectacular. About 6 in the morning, sun's just come up. Birds are just waking up, everyone's waking up. And it's just a really, really nice time of day. So peaceful down here. So nice, such a nice way to wake up and nice place to wake up. Anyway, this week's video, I'm going to go into a little bit about our steering. We've done a few modifications recently on the steering gear, and I'm just going to talk about it in this video. So I really hope that everyone enjoys it, and I really hope that you get something out of it. So we're here playing around with our steering cables, or Helm cable. So it works off a cog at the back of the wheel here. There's a cog and a chain, and that chain only runs down about a foot. I'll pull it out and show you. On the end of the chain is a small eyelet and the dynamo. And then it goes down. Goes down into the engine room. And then it comes through these blocks that are mounted to the deck head here in the engine room. You see this is starboard here and port over here. Now those two in the past have been stainless wire. We're changing them out for Dyneema, not because we want to save weight, but because the Dyneema won't rust, whereas the stainless wire over time rusts. You've got to keep it covered and lathered in grease, or if you don't, it slowly rusts over time. So I prefer to use something that's a little bit more long term. And at the same time, I want to try and stop water leaking. See this conduit, that goes all the way to the back of the boat. So the cable runs across here, and it runs out, and then it runs all the way down to the transom. Now, and it's very low. It's very low at the transom where it comes out, because then it attaches to the quadrant on the top of the rudder stock. And what happens is when we have a following sea and it breaks on the transom, the water slowly comes up this tube and then it leaks down here and it leaks into the bilge and it puts water in the bilge. We want to try and minimize that. So you'll never stop it, you'll never stop it, because you need to create some sort of, I think the only way to stop it would be to use, solid stainless rod, so that you could put like an O-ring around it and create a seal. It's impossible to do with wire or with Dyneema. So what I've done and what I'm going to try and do, let me find a bit here, is where the wire goes, or where the cable or the Dyneema goes in here, I've put some heat shrink over it, and you can see there's a minimal amount of space between the Dyneema and the heat shrink. So what we're going to do is we're going to force, once we've got everything in there and under tension and we've checked it and made sure it works properly and we're happy with it, what we're going to do is we're going to push this heat shrink in the hole, and then we're going to run probably some like 5200 or a sealant around the hole to fill the end up, and then the heat shrink will create as small a seal as possible, and it's quite long, so there needs to be quite a bit of water force to force the water up there. And there's two. We're going to put one seal here and then another one on the transom. So just try and minimize the amount of water that gets into the conduit, and at the same time minimize the amount that can come out the end here and into the engine room. All right, so recapping on our little steering upgrade or our Helm cables. You see, got our rudder indicator here. So you can see as I'm turning the Helm, it's working really nice. Everything's calibrated as well, which is really nice. 0 is there, which is pretty much, I'll put a Turk's head on the wheel here so that we know where 0 is. And that's a nice thing. With hydraulic steering, it's a little bit more difficult, but with cable, you can put a Turk's head and then you'll know where the center is. Also got it digitally, but it's nice to have the old analog Turk's head on the wheel. Now I'll just take you down to go over what we did, because I'm pretty happy with it. So you can see there's the heat shrink, and what I've done is plugged the conduit here with some Fixtech, and then what I did was lubricated the dynamometer a little bit, and then I just heated up the heat shrink so that it went nicely around the line. And whilst I did that, Chloe was moving the Helm from port to starboard, so these lines were continuously moving through the heat shrink so that I could make sure that the glue inside the heat shrink didn't glue to the dynamometer, which it didn't because I've covered it with a little bit of silicone grease. And then I could also see that we weren't putting any load on it. I could see that the heat shrink wasn't being pulled in or out. But there's a really nice seal there now around the dynamometer. And I have to say, I'm really happy with it. It's a bit agricultural, but and this is the worst side. This is the side that leaks the most. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. That's got a really nice seal. And that should, we might get a little drip, but it's going to keep the water out of the engine room, because there's the two here. There's the two on the engine bulkhead, and there's the two here down on the back bulkhead. There's that one there on the starboard, and we've got this one on the port side. So yeah, like I said, it's a big agriculture. You can see it's a bit messy, but this is just a test. That's actually what I love about boats. I love this because I can come up with ideas and I can test them myself and work out how well they work. But yeah, you can see I've just heated up the end there to get it to go around the dynamometer and create the seal. And I think that's going to work really well. I'm really happy with it. And yeah, you can see the dynamometer here. Spliced it, and then it goes on to the bolt screw. And you can see I've put some dome nuts on the end so that the thread, as the quadrant turns from port to starboard, it doesn't come in contact with the dynamometer, and if it does, there's no sharp edges. And yeah, you can see just done a little splice with a couple of Brambles, and so I'm really happy with that. That's super secure. I have kept the cables. This is a trial. We'll give this a few months and see how it goes. And but I'm really happy with it. Much nicer. The Helm does feel a little bit more free as well. I think the dynamometer goes around the turning blocks a lot easier, or the foot blocks. Yeah, the dynamometer definitely goes around that a lot easier than wire, so the steering is actually a little bit lighter as well. And then the nice thing is, we don't have wire cables here covered in grease. It's all really nice and clean, so very stoked with our little upgrade there. Hopefully that'll keep our engine room really dry. And yeah, also did a nice little upgrade to the dash on the pedestal there. You can see we've just replaced all this with carbon. I did that the other day. You know, it was really ordinary the way it was before. It was pretty horrible. And that Garmin chart plotter, we didn't want it. We wanted to offload it. So we've got the B&G one there, which is away at the moment, just being tested because our tracks keep getting corrupted. And yeah, but that's the Helm upgrade, and how nice is that? Pretty happy with the way that's come up. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that and got something out of it. Cheers.